podcast. We'll be conducting a conversation inside the music with Jean Riddick.
Conversations inside the music, where we discuss the topics you think about when you're chilling with your fuzzy slippers and your onesie.
Yeah!
Welcome to Conversations Inside the Music with Carol Riddick.
What's the deal? Yours truly, the magnificent DJ Jazzy Joe.
Hi, this is Jill Scott, a.k.a. Jilly de Philadelphia.
Hey, this is Gerald Beasley.
Conversations inside the music.
With my dear friend, the amazing Carol Riddick.
So get ready to join in on the conversation and chill with us on another edition of Conversations Inside the Music with Carol Riddick.
Well, hello, and thank you for checking out Conversations Inside the Music. I'm your host, Carol Riddick, and today's guests are a husband and wife duo who are both children of pastors. They released their debut CD, The Journey, on their solo label, which topped the Billboard charts at number 8, and a year later were nominated for 2 Grammy Awards. Family, welcome to today's conversation with Marcus and Jean Baylor, otherwise known as the Baylor Project. Hey, y'all.
Girl, you are good.
I know. She got the natural speaking voice. It's there.
Don't do it, y'all. Don't y'all do it.
I'm just saying.
Well, you got that radio on lock.
She's a natural.
Man.
Okay, I'm going to dig in. I'm going to jump into some questions. So now, knowing the two of you, okay, so Jean, I know that you're from Jersey. I don't know which part particularly, but I know that you're from Jersey. And Marcus, I believe you're from St. Louis, if I had that correct. So the ultimate answer to this question is that it was divine orchestration. But tell us, how did the two of you meet?
Oh, we met through music, quite naturally, because I needed a drummer. I was doing a showcase. It wasn't my showcase. ASCAP was having a showcase that year, and for up and coming songwriters and producers, and I wanted to be a part of it as a songwriter. And so I had my own band, and I needed a drummer. And the person that I'd asked to do it was flaking out on me because it wasn't like one of them real paying it was like, I might be able to slide you something, but I'm not sure yet, trying to work that out. Can you do me a solid kind of thing? So dude was flaking out. And so a mutual friend, another Philadelphian, Orrin Evans, he was the keyboardist for me. And he's like, yo, I just ran into Marcus Baylor, Coco, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, well, who was that? So he introduced us. Marcus played the gig, and he was about to like flake out. I didn't know that until later on, but
I was at the first call.
Whatever. It's because I didn't know him, okay? And so we did the showcase, and that's how we met. And he was such a little cute little thing, Carol. Just a little tenderoni.
Eric Robertson would give you the story.
You two are so cute. Oh my goodness,
Man.
I can't.
Carol, listen, I was like, rawr. I think I was coming up 130, like, rawr.
That's too much. That's a whole lot.
But I love it. That's how we got here today. I love it. What's it? Okay, so tell me, what's your favorite part about working with each other?
Marcus, would you like to? He got that look like getting on his nerves. We get on
wait.
each other's nerves, something
Man.
terrible.
Well, wait, that's a two-part question. That's a
I guess
two-part question, though.
You gotta ask after the quarantine. Because we locked in. Like
Wait, I should have said. Okay, so tell me the best part to your favorite part, I should say, and what are the challenges? Yeah, what's the getting there?
There you go. That's better.
So I would say the best part about us working together is that we really are best friends, even when we get on each other's nerves. We're best friends. So it's like we know each other. There's certain things that he just knows about me because we're married, and certain things that I understand about him because we're married. Like that if I go in the studio with another producer, it'll maybe take them time to get to know me, or I'll have to explain, like, or just there's been so many times where I'm in the studio working with somebody else and Marcus will come by and whisper something in my ear that'll make it click because he knows me. So he'll say, well, you just need to do it like this or do it like that, or, do your thing over. Don't be limited because so-and-so. And I'm like, well, or like, he knows I'm very literal. So you kind of gotta, if you say something literal, I'm gonna take it literal. So you better mean it literal. Or he'll say, okay, let's paint a picture. Let's explain it like this. Let me give you a reference. So it's that translation process that's really easy because we know each other so well. Marcus,
you're making it sound like I go to other producing sessions, taking over their sessions. Yes. I don't be doing that. No, I don't. No.
No, he doesn't. If we're reached a point where, because he knows me, so he knows that they're not. He knows.
Nah.
He knows because they maybe not be getting the best out of me. So he might peek his head in and be like, hey, what he wants is X, Y, and Z. He's actually helping the producer out because he's like, okay, let me help her out a little bit because she's not quite getting it. Let go. And then, no, he don't go take over. He lends a helping hand.
I love it.
So you can talk to the challenges, Brother Baylor. You best be kind.
What are the challenges? I would say
my lack of focus is one of them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that lack of focus thing, like right now. Like we starting at whatever time that you set, Carl. And so since she heard us on the phone talking, and you know how we do as Black folks, if you say, hey man, 2:00, you're like, okay, let me get there at 2:00. But if they see a casual conversation, in their mind, they'd be like, oh man, I got another 5 minutes.
Right.
Oh, I got another 10 minutes. It's like,
improvising.
No, we're waiting on you, baby. But probably, I would say, go ahead. I would say the challenges, you know what? I think as far as working in gigs, I don't think it's necessarily a challenge, but I'll tell you the side of it that's a challenge. I think when we first started gigging together, like we were married like for 15, 17 years before we even formed the Baylor Project. And we would do gigs here and there with each other or we'd do, but we never really did any gigs like consistently with each other. So I didn't realize that after a gig, we would play in New York and then we would come home late at night and we unwind differently. And I didn't realize that. So that has a whole lot to do with when you tour together on the road. Like when I come home, I like to put on ESPN. She wants to go upstairs and watch whatever her shows are. Right. And so I didn't realize that. So when that became, you trying to fit that in one hotel room? Oh, no, that's too much. That ain't going to work. First of all, I don't want to hear you warm up. You say you don't want to see these guys run around in little bitty shorts. I got to hear that from you. And man, like for real, like I know another artist that tours and I didn't never understand, man, they got 2 separate hotel rooms. A married couple. I was like, yo, I understand that.
What?
You gotta have 2 separate hotel rooms because you need your space to change. Because we all, go ahead.
No,
you got a load of questions. Go for it.
No, but you know what? I understand. I overstand. And I can say, I think that makes sense when you've been I think that makes sense when you've been together for the amount of time that you guys have been. I didn't even realize you guys have been married for that long. Like, that makes sense. That makes sense because you know so much about each other and you are comfortable being in the same space and of course being comfortable occupying different space as well because you have that connection. Yeah, you do. I absolutely do agree with that. You do need that. You do. They may say you don't, but you do.
Yes,
I do.
So I have another question. Now that we know, some of the well, I don't want to say quirks, but we know some of the inner workings of the Baylors and how you operate. Tell us something that we might not necessarily know about you individually, like some things that maybe a crazy but true fact or something simply unknown about you.
Oh God, I'm trying to figure out what we haven't put out there. I eat. I love to eat. I eat all day, all the time. I'm eating. The only reason I'm eating right now is because I got a toothache and a headache, and I can't handle it. And I'm thinking about right now. I'm sitting here thinking about what would I be eating? What do I want to eat? well, there's one thing, but I can't. He won't let me share that.
No.
It's
Okay.
seriously
Okay.
hysterical.
No.
Okay.
But
No.
I'll have to tell you that offline
I was
because it is
Okay.
no.
so funny and so ridiculous and it's so out of order.
Wait.
Um,
Wait. Let me ask
No.
you
do
this.
special
No,
presentations.
we're not
Let me
doing that.
ask you this.
No,
Wait.
we're
Let
not
me
doing
ask
that.
you this.
Yes.
I'll just
No, Carl, don't try to ask around the question. No,
I'll just
don't
tell
do
you what they're
no,
called.
no,
They're
no.
called special presentations. That's all I can tell you online. And there's a lot of creativity.
Oh
that
my
goes
goodness.
into
Stop.
it.
Wait, well, I'm going to tell you something. I know, Marcus, you're going to cringe with this one here because I remember, and Jean, let me tell you both. I share this same, I don't even know what you want to call it, but Jean, you posted one time, and I responded to this post. You were at the gas station, and you asked if anyone else liked to smell the gasoline or like the smell of the gasoline.
Girl.
Wait, and I have that same reaction. I too.
Something
am
wrong
that
with y'all.
That would probably make my headache go away. It probably make me feel better. It don't smell so good. But all gas is not created equal. Like if you
How
go to the
about that?
real chewy, the
Come
cheap
on,
ones,
y'all. Please.
like, well, I ain't gonna name
What you
brands,
smelling water?
but like it smells terrible. But if you go to like the major brand ones,
Yeah,
oh,
isn't it wonderful? It's a
I just-
wonderful thing.
thank you,
Marcus,
Carol.
I'm
Yo.
telling you,
Oh,
I
and
agree with you.
the guy at the gas station around the corner from my house, he cracks up because he's like, "Oh, you want me to bring the hose over?" I'm like, "Oh, if it wasn't a fire hazard, absolutely." When I was a kid, I used to say to people, "When I grow up, I'm gonna have a big house and I'm gonna have one room that has like gas in it all the time so I can smell it." And they're like, "Baby girl, that's not gonna work out too well."
You and gas? Please.
Oh my goodness.
And I will say, when I was in college, I went to Temple in Philly.
Mm-hmm.
People used to say, because I was just really special in some ways, and there was a couple times where people would be like, girl, they would just pull me aside and be like, "Listen, sis, whatever you do in life, don't never do drugs." And I'd be like, "Ha ha," and they'd be like, "No, serious." They would pull me aside like, "Hear me when I tell you, whatever you do in life,
Do not.
don't you ever do drugs."
No, not
I
you.
didn't understand.
Anybody else cool, right?
Right,
But not you.
They're like, "Don't ever, whatever you do." I'm like, I don't know
Oh
what
my
they thought
gosh.
might happen. But they just knew I would never come back.
That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Now, Marcus, we let you skip that. You got out
Uh-huh.
of that. We
He
we
got
Yes.
didn't
out of
hear
that.
from you.
I'll
Your
Yes.
tell you,
crazy the truth.
he's
Marcus.
real silly though, and sometimes we haven't done it in a while. But
No.
sometimes we'd be in the house and we'll like be going up the steps and we'll just inadvertently race each other. Last one is up the steps smells like doo-doo. And then we'll like race each other and really be fighting to get it to the top because we don't want to smell like doo-doo. Like two kids.
We both, you know what though?
That's
we
why
both,
we don't have kids, because
I ain't gonna tell you
my
this, Carl,
gosh.
but we both, you know what? We both competitive.
Yes.
And so,
Really?
yeah, like when it comes to sports,
So that's, I think, where
yeah,
it comes
it's real
from.
bad.
Yeah.
Like it's really bad. Like
No, he's worse than
I had I don't know, you let me live my 14-year-old self. Like in the living room, we used to have a Nerf basketball hoop. And so this is the thing. I understand you, my wife, and all that, but if you're gonna get on the court and play, so we had a Nerf hoop, and
The
Jean,
court,
the
the
kind of
living
person,
room.
the living room, yeah,
Mhm,
a
that's
court
the
and living room, and she would try to dunk on me, and I'm telling you, before you try to dunk on me, look here, I will foul you, I will hurt you.
Okay, I threw him against the wall. I was.
I said, yo,
like,
don't do
dude,
it.
I'm
I
your
just,
wife.
but I told you, yo, do not. But she would keep trying.
And then I shut him down though, because I got my Ben Wallace on a few times. He was my muse. I was like, "All right, dude,
Oh
you
my
gonna roll up
goodness.
on me like you AI?
Oh,
I'm
it
gonna
would get
Ben
aggressive.
Wallace you." And then I would
Oh,
act like I had that fro, and then just be like, "Boom!"
oh
And I would
my
shut him down.
goodness.
So,
Okay, see, that I think I would like to see this. I need to witness this. But Marcus, I don't want you to do that to your wife again. I don't want that to happen.
No,
but-
because you would think I'm abusive. You
Yes,
would think I'm
I
abusive.
would, I
But it
would.
ain't abuse.
I
I told you what not to do before you did it. It ain't abuse. Everybody
think
knows.
you are abusive. Oh my
You know, it's gonna be a
goodness.
hard foul. No, I'm fouling her like a dude. It don't matter.
Oh my
And
goodness.
it's gonna be a flagrant foul. If I don't get the block, I'm hey.
here, right here.
You ain't right, Marcus. That ain't right. That
Like
ain't
right now,
right.
with her tooth hurting, if she tried to dunk on me, she getting
elbow
fouled in
in
the
my
mouth.
tooth.
She getting fouled in the mouth.
He ain't right. I'll just kick him in his kneecaps or something.
Oh my God. Okay, you
Oh.
two are okay. You know what? I was not ready for today. I was not. Okay, let me ask you this. So now that I know, because I'm gathering that you'd probably be a professional basketball player, but tell me something, since I know you've
Yes.
got skills
Absolutely.
on the court. What is it that you are not good at? At what are you not good? That's the proper way to ask that
Hugs.
question.
Oh, hold on.
Oh,
Don't ask me to paint. Don't ask me to fix lights. Don't ask me to move furniture. These are all the things I don't want to do. So I'm just saying, don't ask. Like the person that's now this gonna get you.
Manual labor.
Now the person that's the handyman around the house, Jean is the handyman.
Oh, you know what? I know
Seriously.
that. We've
She's
had
the
that
person.
conversation.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't do
yes.
well at that. Like I didn't do well in arts class and none of that. How the teacher wanted to give me a bad grade because I didn't draw inside the lines, whatever. So
Oh, poor
Oh,
baby.
yeah,
that is
so
hilarious.
all
can
that
find an adult
cutting,
class
don't
if
ask
you
me to do
like.
none of that.
We can find an adult paint in between the lines class or something like that.
That
We get
is
together.
hilarious.
rub on my
That's hilarious.
Like I painted our living dining room area, which is actually my office area. And it's like a long rectangular room. So it was a pretty big project. And I took my time with it. I took breaks after I finished each wall, and so I could make it on through. So it took me about 12 hours to really get it
Oh,
done. And
wow.
I'm meticulous about it. I don't do that whole paint parties, have friends over and paint, because they're gonna make mistakes and they're gonna be painting over the lines.
Oh, she
Right.
That's
neurotic.
not gonna work. I put them out. They won't get no pizza, and I put
Okay.
them out.
That's right. I'm like that, Jean. That's right.
Yes, we ain't gonna have, because a friend a long time ago had a painting party pizza, and a couple people came over and they was painting all jacked up and hitting the wrong place with it, and it wasn't in my place, and I was like, they messed that up. She's like, oh, that's all right. I was like,
No,
I
it's
ain't never gonna do
not.
that. I ain't gonna be jacking my stuff up. I wanted to look like it was professionally done.
Hello.
And Carl, I was no help at all, Carl. None at all. I was upstairs in the bed.
Only help he did was just stay out the way, and that was just fine with me. And then when I was done, right, my feet was hurting. He was like, well, since you're in the vibe, you need to just go on down the hallway and paint that too.
Oh yeah, she need to keep going, Carl.
No,
I need her to keep going. This weekend,
I'll
she
wait
needs to
next
go.
week.
She might as well just go on in.
Look.
Man, this first level, it really should be done now, but
I'm
I'll let her to the
Oh
weekend.
gosh, you
feet
too.
hurting. I can't go get a massage.
You know that ain't right. That ain't right. That ain't right.
Hey,
That is not right. You couldn't give her a foot massage, Marcus. Not a foot massage.
Right.
you hear the dog?
Yeah, Chloe is upset.
Right.
She's upset about that. I'm gonna
Exactly. She barking like my dogs is barking.
Okay, thank you, Chloe. That is hilarious. Okay, so now I read a quote that I thought was absolutely amazing, and it was so on point. This quote read, "The Baylor Project is about soul, not just soul as a style, but soul as a substance, soul as
Yes.
propulsion, soul as purpose, soul as meaning." I think that quote is absolutely everything, and it describes the two of you perfectly. I believe as individuals, as human beings, and together as the Baylor Project. The quote was from 71 magazine. It was an interview feature.
I was sure gonna ask you where you got that from.
Yeah, listen.
Nice.
When I tell you, I said yes. Yeah, I couldn't stop saying yes, yes, yeah, absolutely. So I want to know how you guys came up with "Sit On Down." Now, listen, I'm telling everyone about, I'm talking about this quote, and I'm saying yes, 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 and this is amazing. This is amazing. And guess what? How about this too? So there's so much to, there are so many facets to your abilities, your capabilities, and your talents, and to who you are individually, again, and together. How did "Sit On Down" come about?
I love it. So I was in the kitchen trying to cook something, and Marcus was in the other room talking or watching something. He was saying, like, man, I think he was watching the news, and he saw how people were going still out to the beaches and everything, even though, the corona was on the increase, and he's like, "What is wrong with these people? Why don't they just sit down? Why don't they just sit on down?" And so I just started humming this little tune in my head. What? Now. So I went to the keyboard and worked it out. And we went. I said, "Babe, let's go live. I got a little something. I want you to sing it for me." He was like, "Sing what?" I said, "You'll hear it. Just sing background. I don't know the song. It ain't no song. Just sing it. So we went live with it, right? And people loved it so much. One of the guys said, "Y'all should turn this into a challenge." I was like, "A challenge? Ooh, all right." And that's what we did. We turned it to a challenge. And so people started, just posting there were different versions of it. Instrumentalists did it, singers did it, people that don't really sing did it, which was so much fun to watch. And then like a friend of ours, he's a musician. He tours with Gregory Porter, and he was quarantined in Czechoslovakia, in Prague, where his parents are from, where he's from, but he lives in New York. And they were on the road.
That's what
so
Czech Republic stands for?
Oh, Lord, sorry.
I'm like, where's Czechoslovakia?
Yeah,
I don't know what that
I
said.
totally failed that test.
I'm like, where's that at? So
Czech Republic.
Yeah.
Czechoslovakia.
No, Carl was going to correct you.
Nope.
Nope.
Wrong country.
I was like, wait, let's do that.
I didn't do too good in geography. Okay. That's on the list of things I'm not good at.
It's all right. It's all right.
I mean, can you imagine me, Secretary of State? We're gonna go to they'd be like, "Nope, wrong country." No. So Czech Republic.
Okay, thank you. Okay.
And he was there, and he did a challenge, but he did like this whole production around it. We were like, that sounds so good. So we all decided to just finish it with him. And so we finished it, and we co-produced it together, and then we decided to just turn it into a song and put it out. And then we put T-shirts, to kind of help encourage people. Sit your tail down.
You got to give a shout out to Ray on guitar.
We do.
Oh. Ray Holloman and Wayne Moore on bass.
Yes.
Yes.
People.
That's family
out.
Right there. That's family.
In that, and they did what family does. They came through for us and put some love on it. And then we did a little video to it with a lot of the social media challenges, because it was such a fun experience, man. And then we started doing other versions, and I'm like, all right, now we're working too hard. This wasn't supposed to be.
Well, I thought it was so much fun. I have been enjoying everybody's. I'm telling you, I enjoyed the challenge from an outsider. Looking in. I enjoyed the challenge immensely. And don't worry, for those of you who are listening, I will make sure we provide you information to purchase your T-shirt as well, to make sure you know what's going on with the Sit On Down Challenge.
Yes,
we're going to do that. Yes, I did read too that some of the proceedings are going toward COVID-19 relief. Is that correct?
Yes, so we're going to send in a portion of the proceeds to an organization. We're deciding which organization. It's going to be one that gives to the music community, and particularly the jazz community, because nobody got no gigs. I was going to some of the organizations that were donating and giving money to musicians and artists, and a couple of them were like, "Well, we've given out all the money that we had to give out, so we're just only accepting donation." I'm like, well, that's something that we can do to put in the pot, that they will have more to give to people.
See, that's why I love y'all so much. That's exactly why I love you guys so much. I'm telling you. So I just have one more question for you before I let you go, because I know you're busy. I know you've got things to do. I
got a soup to try and rectify.
I know. Trust me, I overstand that story too, because I'm going to go see what's in my fridge to see what I can put together today.
Girl.
But I would like to know, is there someone on your radar that should be on ours? We come, this right here, from where I come is the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. And I would really, really like to continue that. And I would like that. And I know there's always someone that we, with whom we're aware, someone that we're showing love. Who should we show love to on a bigger scale? Who is it that we should know?
Man, there's so many people.
Oh, man.
First person that comes to my mind is a good friend of ours, Christy DeShiel. She is, her voice is phenomenal. She's from, I think, the Carolinas, but went to Howard and stayed in the DC area. She's a singer, songwriter, artist, musician, and she's just one of my favorite people. Such a sweetheart and sweet spirit, and good person. Comes from a phenomenal family of musicians. But I always think of her because she's just dope.
And you met him already. I would say Jameson Ross.
Oh my goodness.
And who you Jameson? I would say Jameson. Man,
Absolutely. You know what? Those they sound like two.
Hold on. I heard this brother on Instagram last week named Jay Ross. That sound right? Jay Cross?
Cross, I think.
Jay Cross?
J Cross. Okay. Okay.
My God. When you hear this brother sing, it's gonna just make you stand in your tracks. The soul that's coming from that brother is just in his bones.
Real. You know,
oh my God.
I'm going to make sure that we share the word on all of those individuals because we all need to continue the love and the support. And we need to let everybody know, that we're a tight-knit family. This fabric is tightly woven.
Yes,
but,
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I just want to thank the two of you for sharing your time and your energy and your attention. I love you guys more than I can tell you, but I appreciate
you too. And let me tell y'all something. It was a pleasure and an honor working with Carol. I know she's on the other side interviewing us. But look here, you all need to go grab all her albums, her music. Get your money together and you can call her for a studio session. You need to call her on the vocals. Her voice is butter. And support everything musically she's doing, as well as the podcast and everything else.
That's a finely tuned and well-oiled instrument right there. Because I mean, we could take it back to the late 80s, the early 90s, and here and now. Shoot. Let me tell you, some folks, bless their hearts, you get ashy over time. Yours is well-oiled, like a well-cared for cast iron pan. See, I rusted mine out years ago, but I got to get some new ones.
Okay, that right there, that just took me completely over the edge. That was hilarious. She said some folks get ashy. I can't with y'all. Well, oh my goodness.
I'm trying to not get ashy.
Thank you, y'all. No, we don't want to get ashy. We don't want to get you are far from ever being ashy. Yes. Okay, ever. But thank you, y'all. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. We love this. You are good at this, honey.
She's a natural.
Thanks for listening to Conversations Inside the Music with Carol Riddick. Be sure to visit us on our YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and SoundCloud pages to join the conversations and discover additional content. Tell a friend and chill with us on another edition of Conversations Inside the Music.
Conversations Inside the Music with Carol Riddick.